Why do I feel like Hoyoverse is trying to oversaturate the gacha scene with even more of their games? Those who don't know, Hoyoverse decided to announce their next not 2, not 3, not 4, but 7 new gacha games. And like, bro, who even asked for that? Instead of fixing the issues that their 3 biggest gacha games currently face, they decided to choose quantity over quality. Take Genshin Impact for example. The game feels more stale and predatory with each passing patch. Creators are slowly waking up that this game is no longer fun to play, which I'm kinda shocked by, since only now they realize it after playing this game consecutively for almost 5 years now, and I'm just sitting there on the sidelines being glad that I quit the game for good during Arlecchino's first banner. I've given this game like pretty fair 3 chances. I came back to it for at least 6 months and I still couldn't find any long-term reason to play the game other than maybe waiting for a new waifu release that will keep me occupied for like 1 month, and the cycle of boredom will inevitably start again. It's pretty hard to believe for me that this game was established new trends for gachas, like the weapon banners or gearing system and the 50-50 character banners that many gacha titles still use to this day. Love it or hate it, they are probably here to stay. But returning to the critique at hand, this game used to actually break expectations since it was an open world free-to-play game with millions put into it. And nowadays the best thing they can do is give players a search bar for in-game mail, when the whole community is now praying to devs to just put the artifact loadouts to the game for almost 3 years now. I cannot describe how much potential this game has to be great, but decides to just sit at its golden throne and pretends to be deaf while giving a literal breadcrumbs out to its community. And honestly, the slow downfall of this game is partially the community's fault too, because they are eating those breadcrumbs and they pretend to be fine with it, to don't stir drama. And the only time I feel like the entire community got railed up was during the infamous first anniversary. The players bombarded the Play Store reviews, dropped them to as low as 2.6 stars, and guess what Hoyo did? They actually caved in and gave out more rewards completely free. If we did it in the context of quality of life updates, the developers would eventually have to listen to the complaints and not give at best very mediocre updates that like 6 Yoimiya fans that read out her birthday wishes on the daily will enjoy. And they won't even acknowledge the glaring issues and instead deliver the worst exploration possible for the F2P players, while the whales can enjoy their tight bodysuit wearing Archon on a flying motorcycle. On another note, Honkai Star Rail is kinda 1 foot already in the coffin, with its lacking storytelling, NPCs that look like they belong to PS2 era of games, and power creep that no gacha can even attempt to match up with. And even though they said they know about the power creep is an ongoing issue, guess what? They are not gonna do anything about it. Instead, they will just continue releasing units that get power crept in max 2 patches, and it's only natural that the players will lose interest in a gacha that doesn't even let them play their favorite characters and forces them to use the new characters if they wanna win in the end game's content. Like, to put to perspective how bad the power creep has gotten, Jingliu, the premium distraction DPS that got released back in like version 1.4, doesn't even come close on E6 S5 to someone like My Day, who is a direct competitor to Jingliu since they are both distraction path characters. We even didn't get a 4-star character in like 6 months already, and there aren't even 4 stars in the beta. If this doesn't scream predatory practices, then I don't know what will. Fortunately, there is a one Hoyoverse game that didn't go stale yet and isn't a subject to predatory open world exploration or HP inflation, because it kinda requires skill and knowledge, That's right, I'm talking about Zenzo Zero. Thanks to it being a action RPG game, it has a wide range of player skill expression, and the units from version 1.0 are still pretty viable to this day. Heck, even the 5-star standard units are somewhat usable in the endgame content if you build them well enough. Even the release of mine girl Miyabi did kinda change the face of Zennes, but I feel like sometimes she is an overkill unit, and her direct competition like Ellen Jo can still clear the game just fine, given it will probably take more optimization to do it. It's still a good balance to let the players use their waifus as they please without forcing them to pull the newer units. For now, the game is in perfectly fine state. I just hope that what I call the Hoyo cycle, which is when they release the new gacha game, they tend to just let the others stagnate more and more with the lack of any meaningful patches and changes. Won't happen again to it, since I am having a blast decimating Shiryu defense with the characters I actually like, and it actually kinda delivers with its writing, character designs, and the fan service, and just the right amount of pulls for players to go for 2 PTs in the span of one patch. Zenzo Zero is a game that should be the bar of standard for Hoyoverse if they want to make the players happy and willing to spend money in all of their mainstream titles currently out. Thanks for watching, guys, hope you enjoyed my little rant over here. These were my pretty rough thoughts on the state of the Hoyoverse's main cash cow, so take this with a grain of salt, as they are my opinion and I may be not right in all of the words that I said, but I hope I shed some light for you all of Hoyoverse's current predicaments. If you enjoyed my yapping and wanna support a beginning creator from Poland like myself, then consider subscribing to my channel, liking the video and sharing the vid to your friends. This will help me out a ton to grow as a content creator, and hopefully I will see you next time. Take care.